Hey there everyone, Bill here. This is a follow-up to my review on the Walgreens exclusive Funko Pop Darkside Anakin. I am going to be doing a quick comparison video to some of the other previous Anakin Skywalker pops that have been released. And I'll be using the Figuarts Anakin Skywalker as a reference in terms of the color schemes and all that other stuff. So let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing I want to compare it to is the Clone Wars Anakin that was the first adult Anakin, as it were, that we were able to get. And of course, it's the Clone Wars interpretation. Obviously, there's going to be some differences in terms of style and all that stuff. You know, the Clone Wars has a more animated look to it, and obviously a different pose, a more traditional pose, as we saw in a lot of the promo shots. The hairstyle is slightly different, the paint job especially. This Anakin has a darker brown, whereas this one has a lighter tone, and I'm not sure if that's just so like, for instance, photographers and all that stuff that want to like do some lava lighting effects, it'll turn out nicer and it'll look a lot better, because I know they did that with the Hot Toys Anakin, the dark side version anyway. The skin tone was a lot more pale, but it works out for lighting and all that stuff. So there's that. The scar, if we zoom in a little bit here, there's definitely differences with the scar. This one has a more of a swerve or a curve, as it were, around the eye and down at the bottom of the eyeball itself, whereas this one is kind of straight and more accurate to what we see in the movie of Revenge of the Sith. There's that, of course, the eyelids. You know, Anakin here, he's a good guy, whereas over here is a Sith apprentice. So there's that. In terms of the skin, this one has a slightly darker colored tone to it, whereas the Anakin, whereas the dark side Anakin, sorry, it's a light difference. The design of the hair, like I said, this one has a more movie look to it, whereas this one has a more animated look, and his hair is shorter at this point in his life. So there's that. The size difference in terms of the height, they're pretty much standing at the same height. The glove never really changes throughout Clone Wars, at least his right hand, but obviously there's big differences. This one, they did it right in terms of they kept it all black, whereas Revenge of the Sith, like I mentioned in my review of this pop, they made this part brown, and then this part they made it like a very dark brown, almost black. So it's somewhat inaccurate, but they got the little clips right, whereas here they didn't get the clips right. They just kind of, I don't know, they colored it like a khaki kind of color and all that stuff. The suit will, of course, be different. This is more of his Clone Wars outfit as opposed to this one. This is more Revenge of the Sith outfit. I'm not really going to compare the outfits per se, just more of the immediate look of the hair and all that stuff. In terms of scale and all that stuff, it's, like I said, pretty much the same. The hair, there's some similarities, but for the most part, again, since his hair is shorter, this one seems a lot shorter than the Revenge of the Sith one. The overall detail of it is also somewhat different. But still, they look fantastic together, and since Anakin had a moment in Season 3 of the Clone Wars where he did give himself to the dark side, as it were, this could fit with your Clone Wars collection. Alright, so now I'm going to compare it to the Smugglers Bounty movie moments Anakin. So don't mind Obi-Wan on the base. Unfortunately, they're glued to the base, so I can't really compare it other than that. Okay, so there are minor differences. Originally, when I saw the promotional shot for this one, it looked a lot different in terms of the outfit and color scheme as opposed to this one, but actually there's not that much differences. First thing I want to compare it to, and I'm going to try to do my best here, is the glove. So the glove, like I mentioned, up here they made it brown, and here, I'll show you guys. And then this is like a dark brown, almost black, but not really. Okay, so they got that part wrong because it's supposed to be black, at least up to all the way over here. And then the clips. Now you can see the strap parts are colored correctly. Silver up here and then black all around. They could have made that maybe a little bit of a lighter black had they colored this top part here black the way they should. Now this one, they got it right. So you guys can see, right? So they got the silver straps, right? And it's just all black. They did a great job there. And it's got like a nice glossy look to it. So I don't know why they couldn't apply the same exact thing to the new one. Something else that's interesting to point out is the vest that goes over the rest of his tunic. It has a nice glossy finish to it, whereas the new one has more of a matte finish to it, which I actually prefer that, but the glossiness on here actually, I think it works too, so I don't really have an issue with that. The belt here is also pretty much the same color all the way around. It's kind of like a black. And this one here, same exact thing, and that has more of a matte finish to it as opposed to this vest part where it's glossy. The only thing is here they kind of cheaped out a little bit. They made the part of the belt buckles black, whereas here they added these two little pieces, and then here, trying to get a good hold right in here, this little pouch, it's black also. It has a matte finish to it as opposed to a glossiness like this one does. Same goes for the pouches in the back. The only thing is the pouches in the back seem more of a little bit of a well, no, it's all black too, but it's more of a little bit of a lighter black as opposed to this one. For some reason in the back it doesn't continue the glossiness, for me at least. It's matte, a matte finish to it. But the pants, the boots, all of that matches pretty nicely. The lightsaber colors, they also they match pretty much the same, honestly. No, actually, this one on the Smugglers Bounty is slightly darker than this one. This one's more a clear one. And I'm sorry that I can't fully show you. I'm trying to do my best here. So I do kind of like this blue on the Smugglers Bounty one as opposed to the single packaged Walgreens exclusive. Now, in terms of the head, it's literally the same. I mean, there's no differences here. Zoom in so you guys can see. Sith eyes are the same. Maybe, no, they're pretty much the same. The scar's the same. Eyebrows same color, hair same color. So they pretty much used that exact same mold and brought it onto the Walgreens one. But other than that, you know, obviously the base is what is the significant difference. The inclusion of Obi-Wan and all that other stuff. So there's slight differences, but not a whole lot. I just want to quickly compare it to the SH Figuarts Anakin. The reason I say that is because this was also released a couple months back as part of the Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts line. This was given to me by my buddy Corey. And what's cool is one of the face sculpts, you can change it out from a regular head sculpt to the Sith Eyes one. And before we compare the Sith Eyes itself, I just want to show you guys the color detail in terms of the outfit and all that other stuff. You know, as you guys can see, like I said, for all this, the blacks are where they need to be. They both have like a nice matte finish to it, which is fantastic. The brown under here, under the vest itself, is pretty close. This one has a little bit of a darker finish, and this one I'm gonna go and say that it's more of the accurate side of things. As opposed to this, but this is close enough. I don't expect Funko to be like 1000% spot on to the T, but they do a good rendition. The glove, I'm not going to continue to talk about it. You guys already know how I feel about it. This one is accurate 100%, whereas this, they messed with the paint. The side, again, this has a darker brown to it. This one has a little bit of a lighter tone to it and all that stuff. The pouch on the side, they pretty much colored it the same. Gold where they need to be, silver where they need to be, all that other jazz. The belt here is actually a brown color, whereas this is a matte black, but I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker for me. Same goes for the back of the pouches here. This has a kind of a burgundy color. This has more of a reddish brownish kind of color. These are just black here. Nothing, you know, not that big of a deal. The boots, they're almost about the same color as well. This one has kind of a lighter tone as opposed to these here. But yeah, just those little things. And then of course the most important thing is the Sith eyes. The Sith eyes on this thing is just so sick. Sith eyes are red, yellow with black pupils. And then obviously, since this is a Funko Pop, it's just going to be one solid color, but I like how they added some of the red outline. I think that that goes to show you that they do care about detail and accuracy, as well as best of their ability as they can for this specific line. Alright guys, so this pretty much concludes my comparison video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and it's been informative. Please make sure to go ahead and check back on the review of this guy, see what he has to offer. This is definitely a great pickup. I think all of these are wonderful Anakin items to pick up. I also have the Hot Toys, but they're like too big to compare to all this in my video. So just apologize in advance for that. But I'm a huge Anakin fan, and I couldn't pass any of these up, as you guys can see here. Big shout out to my buddy Corey for getting me these items a couple months back. It's thanks to him that I was able to do this comparison video. So comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Is there a specific one you guys are going to pick up, or do you want to pick up all of these things? All that good jazz. You know, there's still websites available where you can pick them up. He's currently out of stock on the Walgreens website. Don't go to eBay and pay scalper price. I mean, they're selling them for like 30 bucks each, and that's just ridiculous, honestly. You know, he goes for $9.99. Walgreens is going to pick them up, or I'm sorry, have them in stock on their website, I'm sure, soon enough. And I'm sure that the stores are going to get them too, since Christmas is right around the corner. This is a little bit more difficult to obtain because, again, it was a Smugglers Bounty, so you pretty much have to go to eBay to pick this up. I'm not really sure how much the set itself is going for, but I know that it retailed, I think, for like 30 bucks, something like that. And then Clone Wars Anakin, you can get them on Amazon. You can get them on different websites for fairly cheap. I mean, I got him at the store for $9.99. And then the figure arts you can get off Big Bad Toy Store. You can get them off eBay for pretty good deals, actually. About 60 bucks, which is retail price in Japan and all that stuff. And this is like a great investment. And then, of course, there's the Hot Toys, but that's like, you know, a couple $100. So yeah, give this video a nice thumbs up, guys. Tell me what you guys liked about it. Make sure to, like I said, check out the review on this. I will have reviews on all of these other items super soon. Just bear with me. Give this video a share if you can. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications button for many more videos. And follow me on my social media accounts, Facebook and Twitter, @Nabil6901. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, may the Force be with you.